at the end of the day, we can't still take away the smallholders farmers, which are most of the or one of the top populations of agriculturists in Africa. Now, how is this what do you call it? How is this relationship between the smallholders farmers going on with your business itself, and most importantly, right? The scale of the smallholders farmers you have in Uganda, is it sufficient enough, or are they able to, with with the few resources they have and with the few strategies Avotain has also been able to devise for these smallholders to be able to connect with? Is this sustainable? Is it really helping?
But you see, for smallholder farmers, it's really a hundred times challenge than for us as aggregators or for big farmers. Smallholder farmers are on average, you're talking about 1 acre to 1 acre maximum, the average of a smallholder farmer. And in Africa, the norm is they produce their own food. This is number one. Then they do some mix and matching of whatever else they can put to trade with, right? So it's not easy for them to handle different crops, different varieties in a small land. It doesn't really make sense commercially for them. Now here comes where we are trying to push a lot of the farmers to do, or a lot of the villages really, is to zone. The only way to overcome these challenges with the smallholder farmers, if we manage to convert them into zones where they
Okay.
plant same crop, where it becomes easy for aggregators to come directly to them and get that crop from everybody in the village.
At the
This
same
would make,
time.
at the same time, this makes it
Oh,
cheaper for aggregators actually and exporters when they want to buy such crop. Plus, it makes it more beneficial and more focused for the farmers to focus on. Today, there's no focus in general in the country or in Africa in general.
why do you say so?
Because the smallholder farmers, it's the nature of the smallholder farmers. They are not focused into one crop, into a commercial crop. They want first to manage or guarantee their own food security. Living in a farm, living in any kind of village in Africa, in remote areas, the first thing that comes in mind for these farmers is to secure their own food from their land. Second would be how to sell locally in their areas. And then
Where they are.
the
Yeah.
third would be the hardest is how to find market access for better crops like coffee, like cocoa, like Hass avocado,
Yeah.
like those crops with better yields, right? And the problem with those crops, if you do them in a small scale, you will never make the money compared to the expense you're putting in your farm. That's why
Okay.
when you zone a village, a total village, into one crop or two crops maximum, then the outcome becomes better and bigger, and then the earnings of the farmers will be better.
Now, when we talk about smallholders farmers with the lots of factors that might hinder them from going above and beyond with their business itself or with the farm produce, but sometimes they might probably have the will, but like you've mentioned, the investment is not sufficient enough for them to go at that scale. Now, I believe at this point, for Avotain to get to where it is, it's still offering trainings and partnerships. So I'd like to know, are there some partnerships or trainings that are already ongoing to also support these smallholder farmers or other agriculturists or other farmers who would like to venture into this? And how is it helping the value chain? Because at the end of the day, you all need to train your value chain to be able to move in terms of pricing, in terms of distribution, in terms of every process that needs to happen from farm to final consumers.
Absolutely. You see, all what we do in our team farm, I mean, even if we don't directly train the farmers or support them directly with inputs or with education. What we give them today is way bigger than all of that together. We give them market access. This is what's
Okay.
missing today. Today, the farmer, even if he does the best kind of crop in his land, without a market access, he'll never go anywhere. Eventually, he'll just come down and go to the reality of his grounds and cut these crops and start something seasonal or something for him to eat. So
Yeah.
the main important aspect, if we want to talk about how to help farmers, is really to create the market access for them for their crops. And to create that, you need to invest a lot in the infrastructure of your own company, of your own operation, which is again what we are doing. We are investing in trucks. We are investing in locations, in collection centers, so these smallholder farmers can find us wherever they go, closer to them, and they can sell the produce to us in a decent way without losing money in the transport or in the waste that will happen because of the transport.
Going back in the bed, jumping on the stage. You know, average is a gamble.